I'm going to preview the 8 seed Ohio State versus 9 seed Tennessee football game, which will be played December 21st at 7 p.m. Central Time on ABC/ESPN. And as of right now, Ohio State's favored by 7 points. Both of these teams are 10-2. Ohio State barely lost to Oregon by a point. And they also lost to Michigan at home? That's tough. It just goes to show Michigan owns Ohio State right now in football, but that's besides the point. And I'm going to go over like the 2 losses for Tennessee. They did lose to Georgia, which that's not a bad loss by any stretch. It's more like that Arkansas loss. They lost to a 6-6 football team. And it was a really close game, 19-14. And this game is at Ohio State because they're Ohio State. So this is probably one of the more pick-em games, just to say I would think in terms of seeding, but you never know. And I'll put the stats in the description below for both of these teams so y'all could see it. I can't memorize all this stuff. So Ohio State does average, I'm going to go with the home team first. Ohio State does average 35.5 points per game, while allowing 10.9. Granted, you got to take in consideration the stats. Numbers could be skewed. 248 first downs, 170 allowed on the defense. Rushing yards per game, 169.2, 96.8 rushing yards per game allowed by Ohio State. I will say Ohio State does have concerns on the offensive line because of their injuries. So really, that could pose a problem against Tennessee. Could. Now, time possession, 29 minutes, 54 seconds on offense, 30 minutes, 6 seconds on defense, 42.36% on third down on offense on 144 attempts, and 33.53% allowed on 167 attempts. 69.23% on fourth down on 26 attempts on offense, while defense 21 attempts, and well, they only allowed 8 of those, which is 38.1%. Now I'm going to go like sacks and all that. And you got to play good special teams no matter what for both of these teams. So I'm just going to mention that up front. They have given up 41 tackles for loss, 12 sacks, 8 interceptions, 4 fumbles. That's it. Now, defensively, Ohio State has 78 tackles for loss, 35 sacks, 9 interceptions, 38 pass breakups, 19 quarterback hurries, 8 fumble recoveries, and they have blocked 2 kicks this year. Now, Tennessee does average 37.25 points per game, 13.92 allowed on defense. So it's a really interesting battle going on. Offense versus defense for both of these teams, statistically speaking. Tennessee does rush 232.5 rushing yards per game, while allowing 99.6. So really, that's going to be interesting up front. Now, passing yards per game, 230.92 on offense, allowing 178.67 on defense. Time possession, 29 minutes, 46 seconds on offense, 30 minutes, 13 seconds on offense. 48.07% on offense on third down on 181 attempts. 29.52% on defense on 166 attempts. 62.5% on fourth down on 16 attempts. 28.57% on 21 attempts on fourth down. Now I'm going to go over the sacks and all that. Offensively, they're giving up 56 tackles for loss, not sacks. Tackles for loss. That's too big of a number to give up that many sacks, unless the offensive line is that bad. But they only allow 26 sacks, 7 interceptions, 8 fumbles. That's it. 93 tackles for loss, 29 sacks on defense, 11 interceptions, 47 pass breakups, which they allowed 30. For the offense, and 19 quarterback hurries on offense, and while getting 53 on defense, and 9 fumble recoveries, and 1 block kick, 3 safeties on. Winning at Ohio State, if Michigan could do it, Tennessee could do the exact same thing. I'm just saying. So it's not like a tricky. It could be. It's definitely a tricky place to play, but let's be honest. Ohio State lost at home to Michigan. If Michigan could beat Ohio State, I think Tennessee could do the same thing. I'm just calling it the way it is. Obviously, you want to be good on special teams no matter what. Of course, you want to limit those big plays allowed on defense. Get some pressure on the quarterback. Get some turnovers. Make one team one-dimensional while the other, of course, on offense, you want to have balance and take care of the ball. I mean, it's just the part of the deal here. And I really debated about this game on who's going to win. It's a true freshman at quarterback versus a experienced guy at quarterback for Ohio State. And Will Howard. And Will Howard's slightly better than Kyle McCord, but not by much. So, I just happen to think Nico from Tennessee is not going to do enough to win at Ohio State. I think in a year or two, he can. But as of right now, I don't think Tennessee is going to win this game. But it does concern me about the offensive line for Ohio State, though. I mean, just telling the truth. And Ohio State's going to play angry. They lost to Michigan. That's the problem. I think that Tennessee's going to face. Tennessee won their last game. Ohio State didn't. I mean, it would not shock me if Tennessee were to win this game on the road. But I just happen to think it's at Ohio State at night. That's the difference. And I know it's a lazy pick. I know it is. But you can't deny Ohio State's a difficult place to play. It's kind of like, but Tennessee proved me wrong earlier this year to go on the road to beat Oklahoma at Oklahoma. They couldn't beat Georgia at Georgia. That's the thing. But Oklahoma this year is not that good. Georgia is not good. And I do think Georgia and Ohio State are similar levels. So I think that ultimately tips the scale in favor of Ohio State. Especially it's on at Ohio State. If this game was at Tennessee, I would have gone Tennessee. We're going to wait and see what happens, though. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 7 subscribers. Course ultimate goal is 1,000 more. Some of money at this course like it. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well so more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well.